One young superstar, multiple high potential young players, and about 1 million picks in the next few seasons. This is the Oklahoma City rebuild. So what is good, everybody? Welcome to the Oklahoma City Thunder rebuild here on 2K23. Obviously going to be running through this man right here, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of my favorite young players in the league, averaging 31, 5, and 6 on good efficiency. Can get that 3-point percentage up a little bit, but we'll let it slide. My fellow Aussie and Josh Giddey, who is also incredibly fun to watch. Lou Dort, everyone loves a bit of Lou Dort. Put some people into the torture chamber. Dario Saric, who was acquired in that trade with the Suns, who's probably not going to be here long term. And Chet Holmgren, who I like as a prospect. Now, obviously, that said, if we can get Victor, we take Victor. We probably play him at the 5 and Chet at the 4, but we'll see. I personally think this team doesn't need to keep tanking. I think they're ready to contend. Maybe not contend for, obviously, a championship, but definitely sort of in a playoff mix. Coming into the next season, Shai's going to be even better. Josh going to be even better. You got Chet back, whoever you do take in the draft. And then on top of that, we're going to be looking to make some trades in this video. I'm going to tell you right now. Try to get another superstar next to Shai and Josh, who progresses really well in 2K. But you know the drill. So I did start the last rebuild from the off season. This one, we have not done that yet, but we do have start today. Close to the end of the season. See how we go. I mean, is there a possibility this team makes the playoffs in 2K? Let's have a look. We're currently outside looking in. 28 and 34. I mean, technically it's doable. I'm not fussed either way if we make it or not. Be a good experience for the guys, but I don't really care. This season's kind of a wash, and we will definitely be picking it up next season. But that said, if we can make it, that'd be cool. So I'll see you guys in a second. Another season and another pretty much triple-double MVP winner. Paolo, Rookie of the Year. Brogdon, Sixth Man of the Year. Miles Turner. I'm seeing a lot of similarities recently, and I would assume that's because of start today. People have similar stats as it stands. Did Shai make an All-NBA team? He did. My boy, 24 years old, 30 points. Love to see it, dude. That was a hell of a pickup for them. Imagine if he was still on the Clippers and they also managed to get Paul George, or even had a discussion with one of my friends who is a Clipper fan, which I know a bit of beef there, not really, but imagine if they had not traded for PG but were able to sign Kawhi and still had Shai and the rest of that depth. Who knows, man? Who knows? But in any case, I don't believe we're going to have anyone else. Obviously, I mean, Chet did technically play for us a few games because I've turned injuries off. Probably should have kept them on at least until the end of the season, but I don't think that matters too much. Get him started a bit early, so 10.5, 7.5. Let's just pretend he made it back by the end of the season. It's not like we made the playoffs anyway by the look of it, so it doesn't matter too much, and then technically he doesn't have a chance of winning Rookie of the Year next year, which is fine. Give it to Scoot or Victor. It's probably better for the video. We'll have to think about that next time though, guys that are injured, because I feel like playing with injuries in 2K Sim is actually less realistic because people just die all the time. But we were the 12th seed. It's all good. Let's see who's going to win. I'm going to say my money is on... Give me Cleveland. Let's see. They're up 3-0, 4-0. They're playing Boston 3-1. They get destroyed by Boston. And it is the point guard matchup. Trey and Steph, if you guys saw the Hawks rebuild, this is what we wanted. Why couldn't this just happen in the first year? There's a bit of a spoiler, but you don't tend to win in the first year when you control the team anyway. So this is where the fun begins. Just running through it. We do go up to 10. I'm assuming that's from Washington, or they're at 12. So maybe it was a swap. I don't know. But we also have 18 from Miami and 28 from Denver. So that's pretty good. If we decide, we can decide whether or not we want to take those players, or if we want to trade the picks. We might take one and then sort of trade the rest of them. But this time I'm going to simulate just before the draft, because I tend to get bitten trying to go there and it just simulates the rookie signing. So let's go ahead and see before the draft even starts. Draft night, everyone's getting ready, everyone's getting hype. OKC finally decides to do something with their 10 million picks. And let's see what offers we get for... Do we want to trade Poku or Usman? I am just going to test the waters on both to see who has more value. What about those two and pick 18? Nothing. Pick 10. All right, I guess we got to simulate to our pick, see if there's anyone worth taking there. And we'll have a look. So Vic goes 1 to the Blazers. That would be amazing. Dame would love that. Scoot does not go second. The Pistons, I guess, have plenty of guards. He doesn't even go third. Nick Smith. Scoot to the Magic. Interesting. Obviously, he takes precedence over all the other guards, but sort of a similar situation to why Detroit didn't take him. I guess obviously Orlando doesn't have that guy at the guard position, sort of how they do in Detroit. They got 2 of them. But Jarace Walker goes there. Arthur Kaluma, okay. Leonard Miller goes there. Amen Thompson goes to the Pacers, okay. That's not too shabby. And Khalil Ware goes to the Magic. So they had a pretty good draft, if I do say so myself. Asur Thompson is still on the board. Anthony Black. I mean, we already have 2 big point guards. That's another issue I find myself facing a lot these days. Kasem Wallace. I mean, we could just pick up Anthony Black and have him as our 6-man type of guy. All right, so that can get us Nick Smith and Terry Rozier, which is not worth it. Jarace Walker, not worth it. Dariq Whitehead, not worth it. So I think we will go ahead and take Brandon Miller. All right, whatever, man. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. I'm pretty sure his troubles are going to be okay because I saw some recent posts. If this ages horribly, I apologize. But regardless, the man has been balling out. Chris Murray is still on the board here. Do I just grab another wing? And I think I'll actually go with Gregory Jackson here. So he will be able to fit in nicely at our power forward spot should we need him. And then here we are at 28. Is there any steals left on the board? Chris Livingston is still here. I mean, I would take him just to trade him potentially because I'm not sure we need another wing. But I'll definitely do that. I think for our seconds, we're probably just going to move on from them because I don't need 3 more players. So it looks like Brandon Miller's 73, 75 for Gregory Jackson. Looks like he was actually a better pick. And then Chris Livingston is a 74. So that's pretty good value. I mean, where did we get him? Pick 28. So we'll definitely take that. We'll sign all of those guys. Team player options. Yes, yes, yes. I guess. Yes, and sure, why not? We can always throw those guys into a trade if we want to. Olivier Sarr, no. Gerard Butler. I mean, he's a 74. Lindy Waters, I'll give it to him, but I'm probably not going to pay him unless they want to accept that qualifying offer. So looking at this, we obviously have 1. We have 2. Lou Dort, I'm not opposed to moving, and we can probably give either Brandon Miller or Chris Livingston the start for this season, or see if we can get a better upgrade. We have the Williams and Gregory Jackson, and we have the other Williams. We actually have 3 Williams, which is kind of interesting. And then Poku. Poku's probably gone as well, I'm going to be honest with you. So, I mean, let's just see what we can get in a trade here. So I feel like the issue is kind of going to be deciding who we want to keep. All right, so we do have too much talent. I got 16 guys in total. I do definitely need to move some of these guys for less players so we can at least not have to cut somebody. So we'll see what I can do. I don't mind having 1 more development year / making a trade for a star player sort of at the deadline. Right, so I couldn't find many that made sense, but I'm going to do this. Reason being because we need to cut down roster spots. We get a 1st round pick for a 2nd, and then maybe we can do what they did with Chris Paul, make Scary Terry look really good and flip him next season. He's on a 2+1, so it shouldn't be too hard. Right, so we have exactly 15 guys now. I hope 2K is going to let me keep them all and not try to get rid of one because I know should be able to have 15 guys on the roster. Lou Dort regresses already, which is fun. But I think the goal will be moving Terry to a point guard and just having him sort of as a 6-man. All right, cool. It did let us keep everyone, so we'll probably have a couple of these guys in the G, which is cool with me. And I actually don't mind either way, whichever way this season goes. If we are doing well by the deadline, we can definitely go ahead and be buyers. We can be sellers. We can, move some players and some picks and see what we can find. I'm really not fussed. So I think Brandon Miller, I'm going to put down in the G because he was one of our higher picks. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to do that because he's the 10th overall pick. He probably wants to play. So, I mean, maybe what was Chris Livingston? He was the 28th overall pick. So maybe we put Brandon Miller actually in this 10-man spot so he can get some run. And then obviously the guys down here, I'm not too worried about. JRE, this J-Dub, and Kenrich Williams. They can probably be in a trade. So Chris Livingston is probably going to be in the G. He's already unhappy, so we will put him in the OKC blue. All right, and then that gives us a 14-man roster. Trey Mann isn't getting any burn either. So I think we'll probably just throw him up here so Kenny Hustle is our reserve. It sucks, but we don't really need him. I'll try to find him a trade partner by the trade deadline where he can actually go and compete or, at least contribute. And then probably same with these guys too. I mean, I think at this point we're still trying to progress our younger guys. And then it's going to be hard, man. Like, I know they've got a lot of picks and whatnot. They can make whatever trade they want. But actually deciding on who to keep, I don't envy the GM, man. I really don't. Even though that's me in this instance, I'm glad that is not my decision to make in real life. Yeah, so the power rankings have us all the way down at 22. I'm not expecting much. I'm just going to start moving forward and then we'll see what happens. This might be a bit of a longer rebuild, which I don't mind too much because I think in the long run we should be pretty solid. We'll see what happens. Maybe we're better than we think, but in any case, we will see what we want to do at the trade deadline. Immediately get offered Jalen Duran and Bogdanovic for Terry Rozier and Trey Mann. That's pretty funny. All right, so we're close to the trade deadline. I've been looking at this for a hot minute. We're 30 and 24, so I've decided to be buyers. We're essentially the 1 seed, and I've decided on a small forward. So I've done some work here. The Knicks are rebuilding. They're trying to get rid of both of their guys. I think I'm going to go after RJ while his value is a bit lower. He's having a pretty good season. He sort of fits what we're trying to do. He's still only 23, so he'll grow with the guys. He's having a good season, about 22, 50, 36 splits. Now, I really wanted Jimmy because he's one of my guys, but I just don't think he fits as well because he needs the ball sort of a lot more, and we already have a few guys that need it. So I think firstly I'm going to try and get RJ from the Knicks. Let's see what that framework looks like. So if we go over here, yes, they still have this quote-unquote big three, but yeah, in the game it just looks like they're ready to move on. And the first guy in there is going to be definitely Lou Dort. And then even if they were to accept that, I don't necessarily want to do it. So could I give you our first round pick this season? They agree to that. So maybe RJ was the best option because of how cheap he was to get. RJ's not the star I wanted to get, but I'm hoping he can develop into one. That might come back to bite me, but I guess we can always move him for Jimmy in the future if we want. Shade at 94, Josh Giddey, RJ Barrett, Poku, Chet, and we still have Terry as our 6th man. I like that a lot. Then J-Dub off the bench. Isaiah Joe's getting minutes now, so is the other Jalen Williams. And it also opens up some minutes for Trey Mann. Now I'm hoping Gregory Jackson can develop a little bit going into the offseason because I think ultimately I'd rather start him next to Chet than Poku. We can keep Poku if he doesn't want a ton of money, and I'll just bring him off the bench, which is cool. And then that way I know we can keep a fan favorite in town as well. All right, so hopefully RJ makes us better, and hopefully the Knicks are happy with their end of the deal. They get some young pieces to retool or rebuild, if you will. All right, and that's really cool. I don't see that very often. Ja Morant wins MVP. We're just going to ignore the current situation that he's in. Victor is your rookie of the year, 14 and 11. So I think, to me, that's kind of realistic to what he will put up in his rookie season. I'd probably up the points maybe by a couple. Maybe he averages 16 and 10. And then about 2 assists sounds right, a couple blocks. And probably that shooting percentage too, because I can see him throwing up a lot of threes. Brogdon 6-man, Claxton Depoy, and most improved goes to Darius Garland. I don't know about that one, Chief. He went from 22 to 28 from 8 to... Yeah, he does not get that award. I mean, I'm not going to override it, but I'm sure there's plenty of guys who deserve it more than he does. The Cavs do get Coach of the Year, 59 wins. And let's see, do we get... I'm assuming Shea's still going to make an All-NBA team. He doesn't. He falls off a little bit, but Randall's on there as a forward. So maybe I should have taken him over his teammate. But I think it makes a little bit more sense to have RJ, so... That's all good by me. And any defensive players, I don't think so. No, that's all good. We do get Gregory Jackson on all rookie first team, even though he only played a handful of games. He wasn't bad by any means. I think I said he was bad. That's probably an overreaction, but about 13 and 7 as a starter. He was just shooting 29% from 3, and I know that's not really him right now, but I kind of feel like we needed a bit more spacing because Chet was struggling. But if you look at that, we did actually make the playoffs as the 3 seed, which is pretty exciting, man. So if we go over here, Shea, we saw finish with similar stats, 22, 5 and 6, 50, 40, 90 guy. So I don't know how he wasn't on there. That's a bit of a snub. 16 and 8 and 7 for Josh Giddey, 35 from 3, 48 from the field. RJ ended with us, giving us about 19 points, 4.5 rebounds, 35 from 3 for RJ is very good. 50% from the field is astounding. About 10 from Poku, but 40 from 3. We did improve Chet's efficiency a little bit by lowering his 3-point percentage, but he's going to need to work on that. Scary Terriers, our 6-man, about 15 and 4. But we will go ahead and drop this down to a 9-man for the playoffs. So let's go ahead and see. We have the Sacramento Kings in the first round here. I would like to win a couple games. I mean, we might have overachieved. I don't know. Maybe we are this good. I guess we're about to find out. So Not a bad matchup. I do like that. Let's see who wins the first game. Probably them. We do actually win it. Look at that. So by 10, Shea has 32, 10, and 5. Let's go. RJ with a 21 piece. Pretty efficient for RJ. I mean, 1 for 5 from 3 and not the greatest free throws, but we'll take that. Who was it for them? I'm assuming De'Aaron, yeah, and Sabonis. Two-man show. Game 2, we got 2-0. Wow. So Terry Rozier, 23 off the bench, leads us in scoring. That's pretty cool. 30 points for De'Aaron. I should keep remembering to check. 30 there. Sabonis, 15. So game 3, we actually got 3-0. So De'Aaron, 32, 31 from Keegan. 27 and 12 assists from Shea on good efficiency. I'll take that. Josh Giddey with a 25, 8, and 11 near triple-double on great efficiency. I'll take that as well. Can we sweep? No. I have a bad feeling they're going to come back in typical 2K fashion. 30 for Shea. Can we gentlemen sweep? No. Josh Giddey has 25. It was not enough. Can we just go ahead and preferably not blow a 3-0 lead? I will do that. I'm not going to stress too much just because it's our first season sort of as a not contending, but as a playoff team. But it would be nice to get out of the first round considering we were up 3-0. So let's just go ahead and see. Looks like we blow a little bit there in the third and we're going to go to a game 7. This game is awful. Just get me out of my misery. We do actually win in 7. That's hilarious. Who was it? We win by 24, so we do blow them out. Shea had 28, 6, and 5. 36 for De'Aaron, but it was not enough. We have the Lakers, who are the 2 seed now. And you guys know how much I hate playing against Shea in the sim and the game, so it is nice to have him on our side. But at the same time, I feel like LeBron is going to massacre RJ, and Anthony Davis is just going to have his way with Chet. Outside of that, we should be good at the guards, obviously. And then, I mean, the power forward position's kind of a wash on both ends. So let's see. I mean, I love Vando in real life, and we actually win game 1. That's awesome. But in 2K standards, I don't think that's... I mean, he does have 15, so I shouldn't talk. 4 for 5. Pretty good. Shea, though, 32, 6, and 5. Can I get the Shea I always have to go up against, please? Game 2, they win. D'Lo has 35, so we just could not score to save our lives. Can we go up 2-1? They go up 2-1. Shea has 31 though, so I feel like he's been phenomenal this playoffs, right? Like, not as much as I would have thought, but 23, 6, and 5 on not great efficiency from 3. Josh Giddey's actually been pretty good too, so. RJ, sheesh. 14 points, 40%, 25 from 3, so that maybe was not the greatest trade I could have made. I feel like the idea of RJ is a lot better than RJ himself. Poku's not playing well either. Chet's playing okay. Terry's playing very well, so, I mean, what can I do? Do I start? No, I can't really start Giddey at the 3, so I guess we'll just keep it moving. We're probably going to go down to 3-1, pardon me, but we actually tied up as J-Dub off the bench gives us 22. He's been phenomenal. I might have to find him some more minutes. 9 for 10 shooting. Wow. So let's go ahead and see, can we win this rubber match here in LA in crypto.com? If we can go up here 3-2, I feel pretty good. But I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately. All right, going into the 4th quarter, we do actually have a little bit of a lead. If we can hold this, I'd be quite happy. But then I also have a feeling we do win that one. I have a feeling we're going to choke this, though. We do win that game. Bit of a struggle. Terry leads us in scoring, and then Shea did not have the greatest game in the world. He didn't foul out, but he only took 7 shots, which... All right, can we go ahead and close this out in 6 at home in OKC? Starting off good. 3rd quarter, we are down by a little bit. Can we try and bring this back? They go up 80, 89, 79, so it's a 10-point game. We do bring it back a little bit here, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Yeah, they go ahead and blow us out right at the end there. It was LeBron. He doesn't want to go home. 37 and 10. He said, this young team, nah, I'm good. They're like Bronny's age, so I'm not going to be taking that. We are over in LA. I imagine we're going to get blown out this game. And it's actually relatively close, but it's probably going to be one where we never really have control. And I lied. So going into the end of the 4th, we do actually take a bit of a lead. And it looks like we do technically upset the Lakers. I mean, I'm talking like we're a 7 seed, but, you know, we are very young. It's our first time here. Shea 32, 3, and 8. So we did get through both rounds in 7, which concerns me a little bit. We're going to have one of the other younger teams in the league. So it's going to be Java Shea. This will be so fun in real life, man. Very close matchups actually throughout. So Shea's almost equal to Jar. Josh Giddey and Desmond Bain are equal technically. RJ a little bit better there. Jaren's better than Poku, obviously. And then Chet is better than Tillman. So it's not the worst matchup in the world. I mean, maybe we can win a game or 2. We do win game 1. we blow them out. Sheesh. Ja has 33, 6 and 6. Poku with a 24, 9 and 4 game. He doesn't want me to trade him or not pay him. Let's see, game 2. They do win. I don't see us beating the Grizzlies. I think they're just a better team. On the other end, you got Boston and Cleveland as per every other rebuild, it feels like. We do go up 2-1 though. Shea, 32, 9 and 6. There we go. He's giving me the Shea vibes I need. I am just curious if we go over to playoff statistics. I want to see player stats for the semifinals. I don't understand why it lets me see the finals when they haven't even started. But Shea in this series so far, 27, 7 and 7, rounding up for him. 54 splits. He's picked up the percentages from 3. You love to see it. Chet, he's picked it up as well. 19 points, 60%, and even 40% from 3. Beautiful. Has RJ picked it up? Josh Giddey, 18 and 10. That's awesome. Terry Rozier, 17 points. RJ, 11 on 34%. I'm going to need a big jump out of you, my boy. Otherwise, you might be out of here. Just had him for 1 year and flipped him immediately, but we are up 3-1. And where is he? He had 14 on 50% that game, so not too bad. Can we beat them in 5? Gentlemen, sweep them? We actually do. We're in the NBA Finals, Jazz 25 and 12, 25, 9 and 7. I was not expecting to be here this early. So Shea's obviously your West MVP, 27, 7 and 7, 50-50 splits. And then Tatum, 39. He said there's levels to this. So we do have Boston. This is insane. I was not expecting that. We got RJ from a rebuilding Knicks team who I could see moving him in real life if they want to do that Embiid trade this season if Harden leaves. But so, I mean, all we really did was add RJ, got a bit of progression out of these guys, and we picked up Terry in the previous offseason, I think, to be our 6th man. So, I mean, good pickup. I'm talking like we've won the finals, but I definitely don't think that's going to be the case. All right, finals time. So we win the point guard matchup. We're very close on the shooting guard matchup. They kill us on the small forward matchup because, let's be honest, RJ doesn't even play like an 84. We're good on the power forward, and Rob Williams is cool, but I'm not too worried about him putting up numbers in 2K. So, I mean, let's see. Game 1, they win. They completely blow us out. So I'm pretty sure there's levels to this. Our Cinderella run might be at an end. We go down. If we go down 3-0, that's it. And they're going to sweep us, aren't they? We actually win 1, so we didn't get swept in the NBA Finals. That's pretty cool. Shea has a 38 bomb, 24 from Tatum. All right, back against the wall, 3-1. Can we make Boston blow a 3-1 lead? Probably not, because they're actually a really scary team in 2K. They're one of the favorites this year. So, I mean, if we can even win 1 more, I'll be happy. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. Yeah, they go ahead and just take a massive lead. And that's all she wrote. So, I mean, I'm proud of this team, man. Jaylen Brown actually wins Finals MVP, but I'm really proud of this team. I regret trading for RJ already, I'm not going to lie. So, I mean, we might, if he's just been terrible this season coming, we're probably going to have to move him. And I would even consider moving him at this trade deadline with some picks that we got. So, I mean, you can call it a rental or whatever. It probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know if that's ever happened, but I don't want to be locked into him long term if he's going to be that bad. I'd be crazy not to test it. So if I did like RJ 6 and 8, can I get something crazy? No. What about just 6? There's Jimmy Butler. And I get pick 7. Ooh, man. I mean, he's 10 years older and I'm locked into this big old contract for however long he's got left. I think 3 seasons, 2, and then a $0 player option. There's Randall as well. Could send him back to the Knicks. No, I'm not going to do that. I might honestly just take this Jimmy Butler deal and sort of wash my hands of the RJ experiment because he was atrocious in that playoff run. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Bit of a wash. I probably should have done the Jimmy Butler trade, but anyway, it's there now. Maybe who's to say we might not have been able to get him unless we had RJ. So I guess everything happens for a reason. Miami was heading for a rebuild as well, so that's why he was on my list. All right, I really didn't want to make these picks, but I sort of have to because no one's wanting to take any of my offers, but I guess we will see. We have another pick here, back to back, which is kind of funny. I guess we'll take Isaiah Collier if we need to replace Scary Terry down the line. And I will be trading this 19th overall pick to the Hawks for a couple of future ones because I cannot fit any more guys on this roster. Hopefully I get an offer for this one too. Are these just seconds? I think these might be seconds, yeah. So can I just package these 3 for a future second, or at least one of them? Okay, we'll take 2 from Philly again. We've got a little bit of a rapport build up with them regarding second round picks. Can I move these two now? We can. We'll move it to the Bucks. They want to give us one more. I mean, I guess. Let's see. Is there anyone here even worth taking? They're probably not going to get signed anyway, but I guess this guy's meant to go 27. So we'll go ahead, pick up Mackenzie Mbako and Isaiah Collier and Art Jameson too. Why not? Because he's a 70 overall. I'm going to go ahead and bring back Poku on a bit of money just so I am able to match his contract with one of the younger guys and see if we can bring in another star, hopefully a power forward. So I'll do a 3-year deal from Serbia. You love to see it. We'll probably go 20 million for him. Hopefully that doesn't make him too overpaid to where a team doesn't want him, but let's go ahead and see. So I'll just try the trade finder first. All right, and as crazy as this is, I'm going to do this trade with Golden State. Looks like they're heading for a rebuild. They're going to give us Jordan Poole. I don't need their first round pick. I'd feel kind of bad actually taking it from them. So I would give them this, and just to make it a little bit more realistic, I would also give them a first round pick. So I'll give them that pick from the Heat. Watch them decline this. No, they accept it. Cool. So we now get Jordan Poole, which obviously makes Terry Rozier expendable, which is pretty good. So we can see if we can move him for a better starting power forward. Hopefully Gregory Jackson also takes a leap. All right, so the Kings are rebuilding. I would give them these guys to get Keegan Murray, and then I would also throw in some picks. They're going to have this swap best with OKC. Do they accept that? They do. Awesome. So now we have a pretty much full roster. So 1, 2, really good 6-man, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then Rashawn Holmes too. So we're pretty stacked. I guess it's a good thing we got Keegan Murray because it looks like Gregory Jackson still is not ready to start. I love this team. So 95, 90, 89, 83, 84, 86. We actually have a couple of star players, technically by 2K standards, unlike the Hawks rebuild. But then we still do have these guys getting minutes off the bench. Poole is our 6-man, should be elite. So he was putting up those numbers as a starter. Hopefully we can make something happen this season. We are 4-star balanced. I will see you guys hopefully in the off season. Hopefully this team steamrolls, but you never know with this game. Trade deadline. 1 seed. 43-12, almost 10 full games above the 2nd seed. And you can see the trade actually did make sense for the Warriors. They're still competitive. They got younger and they got more depth. So I will take that. That is a win-win. We are playing really well. We had 2 All-Stars and Shea and Jimmy. Shea 25 and 8 on 53, 37, 96 splits. Josh Giddey 19, 8 and 9. Wow, 48% from the field. Jimmy Butler, 16, 5 and 5. Love to see it, 56% from the field. Much better than what RJ was doing. 18 points from Keegan Murray, which is a surprise, 44% from 3. Chet's up to an 85 with 14, 12 and almost 3 blocks. You love to see that. He's still probably taking too many threes, which I might have to take a look at. Jordan Poole is our 6-man, 16 points, 5 assists, 50, 40, 90 guy. 21. He's a lead as a 6-man. He might not be happy about it, but it's ending in team success. 10 points from J-Dub, the first one, 3 and 2, 35 from 3. Isaiah Joe's picked it up, 40 from 3. And Gregory Jackson in his 2nd year, 6 points, 4 rebounds. He's still not hitting threes, so that's always good. But I am happy with that. We're going to keep going. I mean, I think this team is on track. If we go over to the NBA standings, the Boston Celtics are really good too, but I think we're a little bit better, at least on paper. You can never be sure with Jason Tatum, but now we have Jimmy to guard him instead of RJ, which is cool. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate past the trade deadline and see what we can do. Jar goes back to back, which is crazy. I never see that. But more importantly, 65 wins. Let's get it, dude. Xavier Booker, Rookie of the Year. I swear I've been having really good regular seasons lately. Evan Mobley, Jalen Suggs, and we do win Coach of the Year. You love to see it. Do we get any All-NBA players? I would hope so. At least one. No, can't even get one. Okay, awesome. Any defensive players? Do we get Jimmy Butler? No. Do we get any rookies? I don't know if we played any rookies this year. We might not have. So we are the 1 seed. Boston's the 1 seed on the other end. We have Dallas in the first round. You know how I feel about Dallas. Let's go ahead and see who the Mavs have. I'm assuming Luke is still there. He is. And that's it. Christian Wood and an old Draymond Green. Please don't lose this series. Game 1, we do win. Shea has 35, 7 and 7, but Luke has 51, 13 and 10 on 70% from 3, and they lose. Bro's out of there next season if they lose. Hopefully we win. Keegan Murray with a 35 piece in game 2. That's insane. Luca 29 and 16. Can we go up 3-0? We can, beautiful. And Josh Green leads them. Luke only has 15 in that one, bit of a stinker, and they get blown out by close to 50 if he's not on. Can we win in 4? We actually sweep the Mavericks. Let's go. I feel like I haven't swept a team in like probably freaking 6 months. And who do we have in round 2? Probably the Pels, which is going to be a little bit scary. They have Zion. Who do we have at the 4? Keegan Murray. I like Jimmy on Brandon Ingram, and I like the rest of the matchups for us. I mean, outside of Zion, I want to say we're a lot better, but you can never be sure in this game. And of course, they win game 1 because he has 32. Can we go ahead and tie it up? We do. Keegan Murray, dude, 30 points. He's been going off in the playoffs. 24.5, 5 rebounds, 50% from 3. Insanity. Can we go up 2-1? We can. Awesome. Brandon Ingram has 18. Nothing from Zion there, and they get blown out. So it looks like if we can contain their star players in any team, we can play really well. Obviously, they go up to 2. Can we just not choke this, please? We got 3-2. We do blow them out a little bit there. And let's go ahead and simcast this one. We are over in New Orleans in the Smoothie King something center arena. Looks like it's back and forth. Can we just please not go to 7? And it looks like that's exactly what we will be doing. Zion, I put together like the greatest team ever assembled, and we're going to get bounced in the second round. This game's fantastic. Can we go ahead and not choke this, please? We swept the first round. Just don't lose to New Orleans, please, for the love of God. Ooh, okay, they had me nervous, and it's still not over because we are blowing this lead, but we do continue to score, and we're going to put up 166 on their heads in a closeout game. Josh Giddey with 47 and 11. Let's go. That makes me feel a lot better, and it's a 1-2 seed matchup here. We have Houston, who are elite at this point too, I imagine. But I mean, at the same time, we are better on paper. I think immediately, Jalen Green has beaten me before, so I might put Jimmy on him. The rest of our matchups are fine. I think at this point, Jimmy's still a better defender than Giddey. I'll work that out. And he definitely is. So we're going to go Jimmy on Jalen Green. Game 1, please just win. We do. Beautiful. Josh Giddey with the 25, 10, and 5 game. Jabari Smith with 24. Where's Jalen Green? 19 points. You'll love to see it. I hope Orlando somehow beat Boston, but I doubt it. We go down 1-1. They tie it up. Can we just go up? Nope, of course not. Nothing's easy in this game. I swear to God, you have to put the simulated difficulty on like 45 because 50 is just like overly unrealistic. But anyway, let's see what happens. I guess it's still... They still want to play Isaiah Collier, man. I can't. He literally has not played a single NBA minute yet, and you want to start him in the playoffs. Or not start him, but play him in the playoffs. I can't do that. The rest of it I will listen to though, but these guys are going to have to play a little bit more as well. All right, so can we just please go ahead and tie this up 2-2? We're in Houston. Jalen Green has single-handedly beaten me before. I don't want it to happen again. It looks like it might. This game doesn't make any sense. Although we do take a little bit of a lead here in the 4th, and we do actually come back and win that. Nice. So we tied up 2-2. That's what I need. We actually end up winning by 20, and Boston is already through to the finals, 2K. Why do you do this to me? All right, next game here in OKC. Can we just go ahead and not give up a lead? We already have. Wonderful. We were up the whole game and we blow it in that last quarter. This game really annoys me, man. It really does, truly. All right, back against the wall, facing elimination. We're down 3-2. Can we please force a game 7? I'm not doing this, so 5 minutes left. I'm going to win this game. This is probably what's selling me, just these stupid rotations that 2K comes up with. So they want to run a pick and roll with Jimmy and Josh Giddey. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and take the easy dunk. 98-103. I want Shea bringing up the ball. Respect to Josh, but this is clutch time, so we're going to give the ball to our best player respectfully. Let's go ahead and run a pick and roll here with Gregory Jackson. Roll, my friend. And he gets an easy 2, so it is a 3-point game. They need another timeout, which is awesome. The substitution menu is hilariously bad in this game. The fact that it still doesn't work is crazy. Right, so Jalen Green makes both. It is a 5-point game. Hopefully we can make something happen here. They want to run plays. I'm really not in the mood for running plays right now. Shea gets around Sengun and can't finish a wide open layup. Fantastic. He's gets a wide open dunk. Come on, dude. This is insanity. It's just complete crap. We get a foul there with Chet, so hopefully we can make these. Why is his free throw that fast? I forgot. I think it's in automatic timing. Yeah, because I was playing the Lakers series and that set of sliders requires me to play. It's not, what do they call it? Real player percentage? Yeah, real player percentage. So I guess we're going to be on that for the rest of the game. Too late now for me to have a look, but they do miss that one. That might have actually been a blessing in disguise because I don't know if I knew his free throw that well. And we get him in the air. Can we go ahead and make that? We can. Beautiful. So it's a 3-point game now. I guess real player percentage technically for these videos is more realistic because it's up to the player to make it, not me. And Şengün somehow makes a contested floater that was fading out of bounds. That was definitely more than 13%. Shai gets right around. He's so slithery. This is why I love and hate him in 2K, because when you go up against him, he's a low-key demigod. Jalen Green is wide open because he gets that stupid animation that freezes me. Let's kick this over to Josh Giddey. Can he get around Jalen Green? He's not the greatest defender in the world, plus he's small. All right, that spacing is just atrocious. Need to be smart here. Okay, what is that spacing? That's just horrific. We don't have much time. And we actually get that to go. Let's go, Josh Giddey. 108, 109. That was a terrible possession. I definitely got bailed out there. But I think it is time to bring Jimmy Butler back in the game. Sorry, Jalen Williams. Josh Giddey, wide open dunk. Beautiful. I don't know if he's doing that now, but I guess 3 years in the future he might be. Josh Giddey, can you get right around? You can. Wonderful. And he throws it down. Josh Giddey with our last 2 buckets. Clutch points, boy. Let's get it. He has 23 and 10. He's outplaying Jalen Green right now. Actually, you know what? Let's slow it down a little bit. That's stupid of me. I got my plays back, which is nice, and I can call substitutions. In the Lakers series, I did something. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't letting me do anything myself. Let's see. Shai, you're slithery. I know you can get around him, and I did not want to do that. I wanted to spin. And then actually, we've got Jalen Green on Keegan Murray. So let's just go ahead and drop step into a fadeaway. He misses. Okay, so we just don't want to allow any threes. I feel like that was wide open. He probably should have made that, but that's all good. So let's say team adjustments, no threes. Let's do that. Oh, I jumped. It's out of there anyway. Chet blocks it. That's game. Let's go. This is only to force a game 7. This is so pathetic, man. Josh, just hit at least one of these and we're gone. Beautiful. All right. It's low-key less stressful with the player percentage because it's out of my hands. All right, so we're here in game 7. Hopefully we can just win this. This is really annoying me. I hate playing the Rockets in this game because they're constantly coming back from stupid leads. And it looks like, let's have a look. Knock on wood, they don't blow this and we get out of there. Awesome. So Tatum is your East MVP. Josh is actually your West MVP. I don't even want to look at that because that series made me so mad. Let's see on this end. It's that same Boston team. They're really good. Hopefully we can make something happen. All right, so game 1, they win. Game 2, they win. Are we just not built for this? Game 3, and they sweep us. This game's awesome. I love 2K so much. All right, I guess the Celtics are just the greatest team of all time, but we're going to keep it moving, I suppose. Everyone's in the green, which is good. No red. So hopefully progression is enough to get us over the hump. All right, so hopefully going straight to the playoffs and we don't fall off a cliff for no reason, as we usually do. But I will see you guys at the end, I suppose. Actually, I was offered this trade. I'm going to take it because Isaiah Collier isn't really playing for us. So we're going to take Walker Kessler as a backup center. We already had Jordan Poole, so really don't need anything else there. Order is restored. Luka's winning MVP. Truthfully, I don't care about the rest of this. The Rockets somehow won 68 games. We had 67. So we were right there. I can't understand that. They had our number 2. They beat us 3 times that season. That's crazy. We are up to 4.5 stars. I fired our assistant coach and just hired Trent Peterson or whatever it is, and we seem to get a lot better after that. So I guess that helped out. Let's just say I want to get through this. I really want to win a championship with this team. That Rockets team, I don't know who they have, but they are not better than us, dude. They're just not better. I can't see why 2K likes them so much. They're probably the new poster child. Who knows? Maybe they're hinting Vic's going to go there. But see, this Spurs team shouldn't give us any problems. I'm going to simulate the round. I bet you we lose. 3, 4, We actually win in 5, which is nice. Houston goes to 7 in their first round. We got the Blazers here, who also beat us a couple of times. They have Vic, which is a little bit scary. Can we just win this one, please? We do sweep them. And now we have the Rockets. I'm just going to go through this. And we are up 3-2. The Pistons are in the finals. We do actually beat them. Let's go. So Cade and Shea going against each other. Who else do they have? We're back in the finals at least. So it's Shea versus Cade. Giddy versus Ivy. That's a fun backcourt matchup. See, again, we're better than this team, but I bet you any money they're going to beat us. They win game 1. We win game 2. They go up 2-1. We go up 2-2. Can we go up 3-2? No, of course not. So we'll go ahead simcast this one. All right, we do actually take the lead there into the second half. Can we just not blow this? Awesome. All right, so this game makes 0 sense and it's really bad. All right, can we just go ahead and win in 7? We are at home in OKC. Off to a decent start. Up by a little bit in the second. This shouldn't have even been a contest. We should have swept this team. I'm so mad at 2K for this. And then, of course, we blow it. Why? There's literally no reason for us to be blowing this. Anyway, we do win finally. Shea's your finals MVP. I feel like he's earned 6 of them at this point. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, remember to leave a like and leave a comment. I really want to hear from you guys, start a conversation if you did enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.